be doing this makeup look. It's really meant for back to school, but this is actually my everyday makeup routine. It's very simple. It works with your natural beauty. Less makeup is more for this look, and it's definitely something that has been highly requested by you guys out of everything. You guys are like, Kayleigh, do something that is more simple. So this is my simple makeup look for you guys, and I just have this down to a T because I do it all the time. So this literally is a product that I always use and would 100% recommend to you guys. All drugstore products too, by the way, so you guys can definitely get your hands on this stuff. But it is a really good look for back to school, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. It's going to be a talk through. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm just applying a moisturizer right now. This is from e.l.f. My bottle is incredibly ugly though. Next we'll be going in with primer. And this is typically what you would use before foundation. What it does is it just kind of smooths out the skin tone so that when you apply the foundation, it actually stays on longer and it looks better. And this is one of my favorites. It's from L'Oreal. It's called Youth Code Texture Perfector. It's a pore vanisher. Now this one I like because it actually is the color of my skin. So when I blend it out, you can really tell that it's actually kind of covering things too. Next I'm using foundation. It's by Revlon. It's called Nearly Naked. I absolutely love this foundation. It's so moisturizing. It's very lightweight. It's perfect for dry skin, which is what I have. And I find that even though it doesn't have full coverage, it's definitely buildable to at least a medium coverage. And I have mine in 160 Fresh Beige. So I'm putting this on the top of my e.l.f. brush. This is the powder brush. And I'm going to work this on the face, starting from where I have the most redness or wherever you have the most acne that you need to cover. You want to cover that area first and then blend everywhere else. That way you have the most fullest coverage where you need it. Now this one is from Amazon. You can just get like a bag full of these for pretty cheap, and they're all different shapes. I don't think they have one that's exactly the same shape as a beauty blender from Sephora, but they are pretty cheap and they do the same thing. I just dampen this with water and I just use pressing motions like this all over. The sponge will actually pick up excess product that you have on your face if you did put on a little more than you wanted to, if you're kind of heavy-handed, but it'll also help to push that foundation in. So then what I like to do, and this is completely optional, but if you do have any acne or redness additional, you know, that needs to be covered, I just dot it where I need to put it, and then I use the beauty blender or the sponge. Age Rewind Concealer from Maybelline. For me personally, I really like to have a light under eye if I'm only doing mascara, which is what we're going to be doing today, just because it helps to brighten the eyes more and make them look more wide and awake. Bring it up like this, near the corner of the eye, bring it down half the nose, and then I just bring it out. So again, you bring it in to the inner corner, down half of the nose, and out. The sponge comes into play again. I blend it out with this. It has like a point to it, so it makes it very, very easy to get into these inner corners here. There's a bunch of different places on your face you can highlight, but I find that less is more when it comes to this like natural makeup look. The more you highlight your face, the more you're making features stand out that don't usually stand out, so then it doesn't look natural anymore. Setting powder. You want to use this brush right here. Like, you have to use this if you don't have it. It's the setting brush from Real Techniques. You can get this at Ulta. I actually mix two different powders. So this first one is from CoverGirl and it's in the shade Light 115. It's the Ready Set Gorgeous Fresh Complexion Powder Foundation. So I use this first and I set the concealer under the eyes like this. Right? Kind of swirling motions. I use this one. It's the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 120 Classic Ivory. Now this one has more of a yellowy finish to it, so this is going to help give that natural look under the eyes. You know, set it with that yellowness instead of like a pinkness. But I like to use the pink one because it helps to smooth, if that makes sense. I know, I'm just crazy. I'm using two totally different ones, but in my mind, it totally makes sense. Voila! You don't have to do bronzer. I'm definitely going to though, because I just personally feel very comfortable when I do bronzer. It makes me feel pretty. This one is like love and hate for a lot of people. Some people are just like totally not into it, but I totally am. This is like one of the only cream bronzers that I found from the drugstore that I really like. It's from CoverGirl. It's called True Magic. It's called the Sun Kisser. I use a fan brush. This is the only thing I'm using today that's not drugstore. I know, don't kill me, but I have yet to find a really good fan brush from the drugstore. If you have one, let me know where to find it because I'm going to get it ASAP. And what I do is I start basically from where the edge of my ear right here ends, and you want to draw a line not to the lip, but you know, if there was an imaginary line, you want to follow that. So I just do this probably about halfway. I guess I go where my eye ends and then I blend it up. See, so I use motions like this and then you bring it up towards the temple. This one happens to be my favorite. It's called Mellow Mauve. I'm just a huge fan of mauve blushes because I feel like they look the most natural, but they still give a really nice color and warmth to the cheeks. So I'm using a Real Techniques brush. I believe this is called the blush brush to apply this. Just picking up a tiny bit on the top of the brush. I like to do this weird face because it helps me find my cheekbones. Yeah, it's pretty cute. It works, okay, it works. See, I found them. Alright, so that's it for the face. Very natural, nothing like super obvious like wow she's wearing this or she's wearing that. So you can stop here if you want to. I am going to do a little bit of mascara though, but first before I'm going to do my eyelash curler. That's rose gold, is so pretty. I got it from TJ Maxx. Hold it for a few seconds, curl it in the middle, hold it for a few seconds and then curl the tops. And hold it for a few seconds, like I just slowly start moving it up. Another trick you can do that works really well is if you hold it at the base and then bring it in towards the eye socket. I know this looks like so creepy. It just depends on how I'm feeling, but this, yeah, it works, I promise. You just gotta try it. And for mascara, I'll be using Maybelline Lash Sensational. So if you do use this and you're wondering like, why does she like it so much? Like if you go buy it and you're like, I don't get it. The reason is because you might need to actually brush off some of it first before you put it on. So I just kind of like blink into the mascara, honestly. I blink into it and that's what helps me get into the base of the lash. That way I'm like creating pressure by pushing against the wand with my eye. And then I just fan it out lightly. If I'm doing a natural look like this, I usually only do one coat and I just like really work it in. I honestly feel like the lashes just completely finish the look. Like without my lashes and my eyebrows, I am not myself. I would actually choose to do eyebrows and mascara over foundation if I was to go out in public, like for real. I just can't have them not be on my face. The number one thing that I get asked about when I'm wearing this is chapstick. It's just chapstick. I'm like, guys, it's just chapstick. It's really not anything special. And you're like, what? Like, what? Really? It's just chapstick? So yeah, that's what it is. But it's in strawberry. Or I'll use the Burt's Bees one in pomegranate. They both pretty much look the same. Basically gives the lips a teensy bit of like warmth, but it looks glossy at the same time, you know? So I'll show you what it looks like. So I Coda ate this one, like slightly. I'm totally addicted to chapstick and lip gloss and just putting anything really on my lips. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I love my chapstick. So yeah, that's the look you're getting with the chapstick. I mean, it's just like so subtle, but it's so much better than just dry lips. But yeah guys, that's basically it for this look. Very simple, like I told you. This definitely was a lot longer than how long it usually takes me to get ready because I'm like explaining everything to you and why I'm using it. But to be real, it probably takes me less than 4 minutes in the morning to do. I don't know, you guys will have to try it, time yourselves. I love it. I just absolutely love this look. It's definitely one of my favorites.